Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Fever. In the last episode, we connected the last few cities on the map that were not connected to a transport system to a passenger transport system. And we were using boats. And we have a road vehicle that needs to be replaced. You know what? We'll just go ahead and replace it real quick. No big deal. While I am talking here. So we got that all set up. And pretty much called it a day there. And that this is probably also going to be the final episode of this particular series. Because in a few days, Transport Fever 2 is going to release. And we're going to be eventually starting up a series in Transport Fever 2. So, that is going to be the plan. Now, we probably won't be starting a Transport Fever 2 series right away. I want to get in there and play the game a bit, kind of get familiar with its systems, and also build a map for it. I don't know if I'll be able to match anything like this map, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a good try to make a pretty interesting map, and then we'll go ahead and start up a series in Transport Fever 2. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're going to ride some lines, and we are going to look at some statistics and see how things kind of played out over the course of this run. And we started in 1850, and we'll see how things look now. So if we're going to go ahead and ride some lines, I think we're going to start at our first city that we connected, which is going to be Jijo here. Well, and then run here. Now the thing is, where is the train? No, it's not even going in the right direction. Okay. It may be a little while before that train actually shows up. And what do we have here at the station? We have 29 passengers waiting, and more passengers showing up all the time. So what I might do is go ahead and go over some of the statistics now while we wait. See, there is the train there. And you're going to go ahead and wait for that to arrive. And then we're just going to do a little ride along. Should probably have set this up a little bit before I actually started recording. But I didn't think about it. So, that's not a problem. Another road vehicle's reached its lifetime and needs to be replaced. It's another truck. Oh, those are those Tesla trucks. Okay. Let's see, where are you headed, Zachary Jones? You're heading home. Which is where? He's heading home there. He's got a long trip ahead of him. He has definitely got a long trip ahead of him. So you know what? We're just actually going to follow Mr. Zachary Jones here as he transitions to the network. And we've just crossed the $9 billion mark. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the towns and see which towns ended up to be the largest. So, in terms of population, well, the smallest is Dol Guldur, but that's to be expected because, you know, Dol Guldur, Raccoon City, Revelstone, Skyhold. Well, even Skyhold's pretty small. Those are to be expected since those were just recently hooked up. The largest city is Toontown at 1,671 population, with Garth, Kakariko Village, Stormwind, Atlantis, and Valroyo. Let's see, Hill Valley, Insomnia. All up there. Midgar is kind of middle of the road, which is where we're going to be ending up here in a moment. So for shopping facilities, Kithrup actually has become the largest shopping destination on the map. And for industrial jobs, we have Kakariko Village as the largest industrial town on the map. So that's interesting. Then Toontown and Stormwind and Garth and Eridanus. Interesting. Eridanus' population is pretty small, but it has a lot of shopping and a lot of industry there. So there's a lot of passengers most likely going through that town to work and shop, but not actually there to live. Okay, Zachary Jones is now transferring to the core loop. Here in Midgar. Oh, right. You can actually get there from here, can't you? Alright, well, so it probably won't be following Zachary Jones there, but we'll keep following this train. Let's actually hop on board. Oh, I can't. No, we won't hop on board, but we'll follow the train. So we can't look at any other statistics. Anything else that looks interesting out here? It looks like that High Charity is also relatively small population-wise, but has also become a significant commercial and industrial center. Interesting. It's also on a, I believe that's on a crossroads of a track, of a couple of different lines there that run through that city. So if we go to like some of the low pop areas, nothing kind of really jumps out. Eridanus, High Charity, Bastock. Yep, and then we just get to the larger cities there. Alright. So, what stations, I guess, have the most cargo, I guess you could say? Ooh, we got an Atlanta station that's over 400 passengers waiting. Same thing for Kakariko Village, 400 passengers waiting. That's on that one of that early backbone line that we made. That ran the Shinkansen, which I think is now running TGVs, if I am correct. Double-decker TGVs. Alright, we are arriving in Insomnia. Alright, so I think we'll be hopping off of that line and hopping onto the high... Actually, will we be continuing to run on this line? Yes, we will, because we're going to be running on that line out to Val Royeaux. I did not put that in that list. But yeah, we're going to be holding on this train. Yeah, Eridanus, Atlantis, Kithrup, Garth, Gordania, Midgar. Yeah, Midgar has a lot of passengers waiting. Let's move that out of the way, so you can watch the train. All right. I guess we could say, what is our most profitable line? Our most profitable line is the north-south backbone, which is carrying over 1,000 passengers right now and is making over, well, between $80 and $90 million a year. Very good. And the next one isn't even close. It's the oil to Dynamis oil route. The South Island D line is actually making pretty decent money. Core Loop is making some pretty good money too. Train freight, train freight. We have some road freight. Toontown Plastic. The plastic line from the plastic plant are making pretty good money for roads. We have some profitable trams. That's unexpected. Who's losing the most money? Oh, we probably just saw that. Train passenger high northern route is not making much money. The iron train. Okay, actually we're hopping off of this train now. And then I think we're going to be hopping on the... That's what we were just on. This train. Waiting for that one to arrive. And we're going to be running that one to... TWV? Townsville. Right, Townsville. And is that our train? No, that's not a train. That's a bus. But everything else that's losing money is not losing a lot. The Skyhold climb is losing a bunch of money, but that's to be expected. Ah, there we go. There's our train. This is the one steam train that is still functioning. I wanted to keep at least one. Now we already looked at that. Probably going to look at... the individual vehicles. Wow, you are losing tons of money. Well, it would make sense that the vehicles that are losing money are correspond to the lines that are losing money, and that the vehicles that are making money are corresponding with the lines that are making money. A single train is making 23.8 million a year. All right. Most productive industries. Hyrule Forest. Stark Industries. We didn't do a lot of freight this time around. Probably going to do more of that in Transport Fever 2. I think. Try to do more of a freight focused. I don't know about focused, but go more heavier on freight earlier. We'll see. That is a really good looking locomotive. I do like the Deco styled locomotives. Alright, let's hop on board. Alright, so this is going to be Kithrup, I believe. We're coming into now. Yep, Kithrup. Actually, that is probably where we wanted to change trains, right? Because that one is actually going up there, and that's pretty much a dead end. So this is where we would want to change trains and get onto the north-south backbone. Yep, and there is those TGVs. Double-deckers. And it's probably going to be unloading all of its passengers because this is the end of the line. Well, it doesn't look like it got all of them. Road vehicle has reached its lifetime and needs to be replaced. The workers to Soylent. Wow, those are some old buses. I really don't need to do this. I'm going to go ahead and put some galaxies on there. Replace those now. Actually, let's hop over there and let's take a look at that road vehicle. Oop. I didn't want to actually get on board. I wanted to follow it for a moment. Ah, here's one of the buses now. Because this is the newest vehicle that we have unlocked. And it might be the last vehicle that we'll actually unlock because we're already at the 2050. I don't think there's anything else. And there you go. Very spiffy. Alright, back to the train. I believe we're going to take this to Gridania. Well, here's Toontown. Oh, that tree's in the way. One of the larger cities on the map. Oh, there's an actual level crossing there. That's unusual. Well, this is going to be interesting for those cars because they are stopped at a light on the tracks, which is a very bad idea. Well, there they go. There's a bus. That bus is taking a chunk out of the road. Oh boy, there you go. That's one destroyed bus. And then I believe we are coming into Kakargo Village. There's a freight train down there. To the right. It's another one of the larger cities on the map. Look at all those passengers on those platforms there. Next stop, I believe, is going to be Garth, if I remember the map correctly. Indeed, Garth. And then Gridania after that. Alright, heading into the tunnel. This is one of the longer early tunnels that got built. Even still, it's not that long compared to some of the tunnels that eventually ended up having to build. Alright, rolling at a pretty good clip. 118, 120. Coming into the Garth station. There's a steel mill. I don't know how much longer we'll go ahead and do this. Oh, more road vehicles needing to be replaced. I don't know why I'm doing it. Alright, so then here at Gridania, you'd switch trains to go out on the core loop. And yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a lot of warnings, and I'm just gonna ignore them. Alright. Well, what I think I'm gonna go ahead and do is we did some train riding, we went over some of the stuff. There's Randgrees. Maybe we can actually go ahead and take a look at some of these big cities from a more overview kind of perspective. What was the largest one? In terms of population? Toontown. Interesting. The most populous city on the map. And if we actually look at the internal traffic, it's not bad. There's a little bit of traffic right here, but this is a pretty major intersection. I think that's a testament to the effectiveness of our public transport system that we built. With the trams and the trains and everything else. That there's, you know, there's a bit of traffic out here. It's not bad, considering that this particular corridor here, Toontown, Kakariko Village, and Garth are our three most populous cities, but the, you know, intercity roads are relatively clear and open, and internally the traffic's not bad. Oh, there's the autosave. So what I think we'll go ahead and do is just end it here and call this a series. I did enjoy playing it. Hope you enjoyed watching it. And yeah, in a few weeks, if all goes well, then we will be starting up a Transport Fever 2 series here. So, for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.